Hey, what's going on, fam? It's your sister Michelle here, dropping another video. You know how I drop my videos. I drop them when I get a chance to drop them. Yep, I hope you're doing good on your journey, and I'm wishing you nothing but love and light and beautiful love, respect, and everything that you've ever deserved in this life. Because after dealing with a narcissist, you definitely deserve it. You deserve all the flowers that God has ever created on this earth. Nevertheless, any flowers you might just have laying around. Let's see your sister. I think you're amazing. I love you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Drop down. Give me some likes. Hit the like button no matter how you need. Like I said before, hit it like you're hitting a narcissist in the fucking spleen or in a motherfucking cerebellum. I don't give a shit. Just hit the like button for your sister. I love you all so much, and I hope you're doing well. Like I said, we're in the dirty South where I'm at, and it's hot and heated, but it's summertime. We made it another day. And we're going to keep on moving forward, no matter what the situation is. We done been through more heat than this, dealing with the narc, right? Considering that that's Satan's children, they bring all the damn heat. YouTube don't block me. And we survived that heat. This shit right here ain't nothing. Listen to you, sister. I love you so much. Mwah, and I hope you're doing well on your journey. This right here is three main reasons why a narcissist has regrets after the discard of you. Woo! Let's get on it. Now, we talk about it all the time, and I know for a fact that I have, about the narcissistic discard and why the narcissist discards you and how it feels, don't feel good at all. But, it's ultimate blessing when the narcissist discards you because they're really low-key discarding themselves. You already know how I feel about that. So let's get on the topic of the three main reasons and how the narcissist feels once they have discarded you. Because we know how we feel. Well, we'll get over it. We're going to be blessed. But let's talk about them for a minute. Don't we always? Sorry asses. Anyway, let's see, sister. The three main reasons the narcissist has regrets after discarding you. Number one, you're not there anymore. That is the most important thing. You're not there anymore. You're not the fuel anymore. Now, and of course, in the discard phase, they don't see it like that. They think they don't want. That they don't went on and do other things and everything else, but the presence of you is not there. They don't feel it immediately. Of course they don't. Some takes months, some takes even years. But guess what? Let's see, sister. Your presence of not being there, it does affect the narc to a certain degree. Now, we're not talking about love. We're not talking about kindness because we know what they're built about. We're talking about the fact that once you realize what's going on in your life and they discarded you, and how they feel about it is because, guess what? You're no longer there. That's the number one thing that the narcissist feels once they discard you. That's the number one thing. They know that now that they discarded you, and more than likely they discarded you in such a fucked up way, you don't want nothing else to do with this sorry stinking ass, and you don't heal enough. That's the thing that hurts the narcissist the most, even though they're the person that done the damage. Number one reason a narcissist feels some kind of way after discard because you're no longer there. Your presence is no longer there, which, if you wanted me to tell you the truth, sounds kind of awkward because they do everything they can to push you out or find something better than you, which they ain't going to do. Let's see, sister. They don't find better than you. I told you that every supplier is different to them, but nobody's ever better, right? But I think you're phenomenal. You think you're the best because you're my family. But anyway, that's just me. But you not being there is the number one thing that a narcissist hates the most about them discarding you. I know it sounds crazy. They did the discard. Yeah, they did all this stuff to you. But when reality starts kicking them in the ass, which it always does, the one thing they think about is you and the fact that they discarded you. And they do this for every supply they're with. But especially if you're a high supply, they sit back and say, why did I let this happen? I have regrets. And this is what they feel when they realize you're really gone. That's the number one factor of how a narcissist feels about you after the discard. The three things I told you, but that's number one. The second thing a narcissist thinks about you after they discard you is this. They don't think you can go on and find happiness no one else, with no one else, nowhere else, or with no one else, because they're hoping that you're left in such despair that you will be so broken that even if something decent comes into your life, you won't recognize it. That your self-worth and your self-value is so low because they want to make you feel that way. They have such regrets when they see that you're capable of going on after they discarded you. They see that somebody else actually does want you. But here's the thing about it. They know all along that someone else wants you. That's why they're so fucking crazy in the beginning. Oh, listen to me. To your sister. The main reason why they do the things they do and try to break down your self-esteem is because they know that someone else is going to want you. But when we're talking about them on that aspect, to actually see you make that be your reality and also a part of the reality they have to see, that's the thing that they hate also. They never want to be able to really see that you actually have one on. And that maybe now you do have someone who likes you genuinely. And they have regrets in that. Not based on regrets of necessarily you not being around, fact number one, but also because I never thought that they would ever be able to recover. They regret that. That's the thing they regret after discarding you. When they see you go on and you're living your life and someone good has come along. And even if it don't even have to be about anyone else. Just seeing that you are functioning every day. You're thriving every day. You are meeting goals that you were meeting before. Even when you was with their ass, oh, you don't surpass that. You don't come out of this funk. They have regrets in the fact that they don't feel like they fully fucked you up enough. Let's just keep it real. Because there's no real love in a narc, right? So that's the second thing. They do not want to see that you have went on and thrived without them, first of all, and especially after everything they've done to you. They have regrets that their shit didn't work out the way it planned. And it's not supposed to because you're phenomenal, amazing people. They have such strong regrets that guess what? Everything I did not work. It's not regret about losing you. It's not regret about none of that. Just like I go to point one about, they regret your presence. They regret your presence because of this and the other. I told you in point one. It's because now they can see that everything they tried to do did not work. And that causes them injury, and it also causes them regret. Because they'll sit back because they're so evil and say, damn, I didn't do enough to break them. You see the mentality of a narcissist? Not, I did enough like we be doing, you, and you. I did everything I could to try to help them and love them, improve them. Their mindset is, I didn't do enough damage to fuck them up and try to make sure they don't improve. And they have regrets about that. That's number 2, right? Keep it real. But they can't defeat you because you're fucking phenomenal. You know that. But that's what they regret. That's number 2. Number 3. The biggest thing they regret once they discard you, and then I think this is probably one of the most important factors, is knowing after they discarded you, whatever they went on to was a loss. Now, with number 1, they miss our presence. Number 2, they don't think we can never move on. Third one, knowing everything they thought was better than you and they went on to. And that also goes, I guess, to regret. But I'm just saying, the narcissist and they see what I went on to was a failure and I have to sit in it. I have to sit in it. I have to now look and say, I did this person a certain kind of way, thinking the grass was greener. And ain't nothing greener over there than the moss on their motherfucking bodies. Because you know how I feel about that swamp thing looking bitches. YouTube, I said it. And having to sit and knowing that they lost and what they thought they were winning with. That is such a big thing too. That's why after the discard, it's so painful for them. Because they find out most of the time that it's not what they thought it was. Not like I said before, narcissists go and find good supply, and sometimes they do, just like we're good supply after the old ones. But a lot of times, like I always tell you, the worse you treat people, the worse your shit tends to get. I'm sorry, that's just the way life is. No one can escape that. Narcissistic or not narcissistic. But the narcissist goes on from person to person, and every time it gets worse. And I said this in another video. It's not the value of the people necessarily. It's their own shit. Your own self-esteem, your own self-worth goes to the gutter. You see yourself as less and less value on your fucking own. It has nothing to do with no one else. So they go on to the next person. It doesn't work out. And now my self-value is fucking worse than what it was when I was with you. And I regret that because, see, at least if I would have stayed with you, I at least had a little bit more value in myself than I'm feeling right now. They hate that feeling. That feeling of saying everything I try fails. This one might be good. This one might be good. This one is better. This one's better. And I think you're all better because you're my family. I don't give a shit what no one says. I think you're all the cream of the crop. Sorry, I'm your sister. But at the end of the day, they regret that in the end. Because everything they try to do does not work out for them. That's their biggest regret after they discard you. One of the ones, I said 3. This is the third one. This didn't work out. And because it didn't work, I feel worse about myself than I ever thought I would when I got discarded from them. I thought the discard of them was going to bring me peace and happiness, and I finally found something that was going to put me on a high plateau in my mind. Because it's never about anything else. It's about perspective on their end and what they want people to think. But they never get it. They never fully get it. They never will get it. Trust me when I tell you that. Just like Nani said. I tell you my other videos about Nani. Nani always says, not just sometimes, baby. All the time. And that's the third thing about the narcissist after they discard you and the regrets of it. Because everything I've ever tried to do after you, no matter what the situation may be, never came to fruition. And I hate myself more and more every time I fail. Listen to your sister. Those are the 3 things I think about. You can agree, disagree. If you have anything to contribute, drop down in the comments. Let me know. But I just want to drop this down in your universe and let you know. Yeah, they regret a lot of stuff. The things that they think about after they discard even you. You think they're on a high pedestal, baby? Shit, that's farthest from the truth. The only pedestal they are on is the one that Father Devil puts them on. And you already know he ain't put nobody on the pedestal above himself. So you already know. People like that always lose. I love you so much. Those are my key facts. See ya. I love you. Bye-bye.